Yo YouTube, what's up? It's UnderratedGx, and I'm back at it like a crack addict, man. Today I got something special for young bloods, and man, as I read by the title of the video, man, we watching a my story animated. You know what I mean? These niggas be hella phony, but let's just see how phony the malarkey can get. This one is titled "I Can Fly." I can see the fuckery from a mile away. Man, before we get into this bitch, man, subscribe to the fucking channel because I drop bangers on a daily basis. But anyway, yo, if you see an ad in this motherfucker, we're watching it together. I do not care. Me and you watch these ads together. You came to this reaction, you're gonna see everything raw, uncut. We raw like the rolling papers, man. Let's get this a bit.
Hi, I'm Aisha from Australia. Please like and subscribe.
Go fuck
Mom
you.
always
Y'all niggas
said
like to
that my
subscribe to
twin
me.
sister Eva and I competed with each other since we were in the womb. I was supposed to come out first, but Eva beat me to it. Growing up, I was a
I doubt that. She probably came out first. You came out second. Anyway, ain't no fights. Y'all niggas ain't shooting the 60. And y'all not shooting the fade in the goddamn womb, my nigga. Y'all not shooting y'all not running the ones. Y'all ain't shooting the 60 in the womb. Like, come on now. Stop the malarkey.
wild and carefree kid, while Eva was the complete opposite. She always had her nose in books, whereas my head was always up in the clouds. Mom liked that Eva did well in school and had her life together, so she'd compare us a lot. She always wanted me to be more like Eva, but man, you only live once, and I was in no mood to be that boring. I loved playing with model airplanes. We lived near an airport, and whenever I heard them flying over, I'd run out and wave to them. Hi! Bye!
Nah, real shit. Like, if I ever just seen an airplane fly by and actually try to wave at that motherfucker, I'd be wondering, like, yo, do them niggas see me? Like, do they see my black ass waving to them like these? Or do they see me when I'm in my driveway, dribble between the legs, crossing, and I'm Steph Curry or some shit? Did they see that black ass nigga? This niglet dribbling? I just be curious, man.
Bye, Mr. Pilot! I knew that when I'd grow up, I'd be a pilot, and I'd fly away anywhere I wanted. I could never sit still for long, and I'd always get in trouble for being...
Nigga, you just must have ADHD. You gotta got ADHD. That might be it. You can't move. You can't sit down. Take your ADHD medicine. Yo, mama need to get you on that ADHD medicine. You, ho, get her on ADHD medicine.
Too wild. Once when I was 7, a mosquito kept me up half the night, so I decided to use my water gun to get revenge. But when I accidentally knocked over Mom's favorite flower vase, she was so mad. Aisha, that was so expensive. Why can't you be more like your sister? Here, Mom, take my shoe. She deserves a good beating for this. It was an accident. I just wanted to get that stupid bug. Mom never raised a hand to me, but I think I pushed her buttons a lot. At school, I was super popular and I had a best friend, Ryan. We'd play together every day, and he always picked me up on his bicycle and we'd go for fun rides. I think Eva liked him though. She'd always try and keep him from seeing me, and she acted weird around him. Once when he came to pick me up, she stopped us from leaving. Do you think you can take me to the shop with you today, Ryan? I'll buy you some sweets. You mean you'll steal some again? The shopkeeper told me you weren't allowed back there anymore. He has no proof. Maybe Aisha stole them. Unlike you, I don't need to steal. I save my money instead of spending it all on books. At least I know how to read, unlike you two dummies. As we cycled away, Eva angrily picked up a pebble and threw it straight at us. Ryan dodged it, but he lost his balance, and we both fell off his bicycle.
That animation looked like, I know this is random, but yo, no motherfuckers look like they felt like papers, like Flat Stanley. Motherfuckers were like these, motherfuckers look like papers, you know what I mean? I would play it back, but I don't fucking feel like it.
We laughed at her silly tantrum and rode off while she cried to Mom. When we reached middle school, I realized that Eva was right about one thing. I would have to study harder if I wanted to be a pilot one day. I'd never admit that to her though, but I started working much harder. And by the time I was in 8th grade, I won the best scholar over her. She was so jealous. To celebrate, Mom took us out for a picnic, and Eva pouted the entire time. That is,
Sound like she your biggest op, yo. It be your own, man. Your own, flesh and blood. Tough.
Until a boy on a bike passed us and splashed me with dirty water. Now that is something worth celebrating. You stop right now and apologize. To my surprise, he actually stopped and took off his helmet. Oh my, did I do that? I'm sorry, I was in a hurry. Don't apologize, handsome. You're my new hero. Would you just shut up, Eva? And you ruined my clothes, man. Wait, I have an idea that'll help. Suddenly, the boy picked up a garden hose and sprayed me down from head to toe. I screamed and covered my face, and the jerk ran to his bike and rode off. Eva laughed all the way home, and I wanted to kill them both. Luckily for me, I got revenge when I
putting a nigga on a shirt for blasting you with water. It's crazy. Trying to be get back gang over for that's not even drip, nigga. Look at your fit. That's not drip, nigga. It's not drip, nigga. Now if you had the scary Marys, you had the Dior, you had the Jordan 1s. You know what I mean? What my man's Dave say, Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s. If you had the Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s, I'm like, all right, man, get back gang, understandable. But yo, look at you. You like Anne Frank. Come on now.
Beat Eva for head prefect of the 9th grade. She was so upset by the news that she tried to have a revote, but the senior class president said I had won by a landslide. Try not to be a sore loser, Eva. I won fair and square. If she didn't hate me already, she sure did now. One day at school, I noticed a boy sliding down the railing of the stairs, and I realized it was that jerk who'd ruined my dress. As soon as he saw me, he started running, and I followed. But he was too fast.
Come on, nigga. Come on. That nigga saw you and ran? Why would he run? Well, you ain't do shit to him. I mean, the nigga did get your dress dirty. Oh, bro. Nigga like me, I'm looking at you and just walking. Like, the fuck? Like, what you gonna do? Try to push me? I'll beat your ass. Stop fucking playing with me, folks.
Fast for me, and I lost track of him in the garden outside. As I turned around to go back inside, he suddenly appeared in front of me, holding a bunch of roses. Oh God, those were from the principal's precious garden. Pretty roses for a pretty girl. I thought you should have them after I was so rude. You're in so much trouble. Those are the principal's roses, and she's gonna... Shh. You always look so angry. Why don't you give those beautiful lips a rest? I'm Eric, by the way. He then took my hand and kissed it. You're an odd duck. When he suddenly quacked like one, I couldn't help but laugh.
Let me know. Does Eric have W Riz? Leave it in the comments. Is Eric Mr. Bitches? Does he have Riz? I'm like, yo. He walked out the show. He said, oh, boom, here go the flies. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, you woo, whatever. Is that W Riz? Like, let me know. W or L Riz? Like, let me know in the comments.
It turned out he was a new student, and literally every girl was going crazy over him, including Eva. She did everything she could to get his attention. One day at lunch, she accidentally bumped into him, and her scarf got caught up.
Did she throw her ass on that nigga like these? Did she throw her ass on that nigga like these? She was backing ass on that nigga. And yo, no homo to that gesture I just did. And any of my niggas, if you put that in the group chat, I'm slapping the shit out you.
On his watch. When she giggled and said fate was trying to bind them together, I almost threw up. But
women
Eric
have no riz.
Took off his watch and set it down on the table. There. Now fate is binding you to the table. The look on her face as he walked away was priceless. And I had to admit, I liked his style. We began to spend a lot of time together, and I really enjoyed his company. And I was kind of falling for him too. But I was spending less time with Ryan now, and he seemed very upset by that. I told him he'd be my best friend no matter what, but he almost seemed jealous.
Ryan ain't your mess. Well, I want to get in your guts. He trying to long stroke it like these. Yeah. I do a lot of weird things. I don't know what the fuck that was. Them sounds too. I don't know. But yeah, that's how you trying to get in you. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Eric didn't like me spending time with Ryan either. One day while we were studying together in the library, Eric saw us and he freaked. Are you trying to steal my girlfriend? Why are you always around her? He grabbed Ryan by the collar and shoved him away from me. Eric, what are you doing? He's my best friend. He wants to be more and he won't admit it. That was the first time I noticed Eric's possessiveness.
Nah, Eric on the right. Like, yo. Majority of niggas, just be honest, bro. You don't want to be friends with them. You trying to fuck. Well, yo, let's keep it a bean. I know some of you niggas probably watching this video. You want some weird shit. You like got a baby. You trying to fuck, but you acting like you her friend. Try to backdoor that shit. Like, yo, my man Eric in the right. My man Eric is in the right. He in the right. He ain't possessive. He's being a troll nigga.
And I was so mad at him, but he begged me to forgive him. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Please, forgive me. I couldn't help but forgive him. Maybe he just didn't know how close Ryan and I were. The next day, Ryan came over and he was so upset. Trust me, that guy is bad news, Aisha. You just don't know him like I do. Fine, whatever. Won't matter to me because I'll be leaving soon anyway. What do you mean? I've been trying to tell you, but we haven't had a moment alone. I got a scholarship to a great school and I'm moving out of the city. I can't believe you didn't tell me about this sooner. When do you leave? Why do you care anyway? I'll be gone by the end of the week, and then you two will never see me again. Goodbye,
Nigga
Aisha.
talking the meanest
With that,
monotone.
He rode off, and I was so sad to lose my best friend. Just then, Eva huffed from behind me. I can't believe how stupid you're being. What are you going on about? Ryan is totally in love with you, you idiot. He has been since we were kids, and you're wrecking it all for that jerk Eric. What? You're crazy. We're best friends, and he's never liked me like that. You're so blind, Aisha. But fine, don't listen to me.
Like I said, I was right. Nigga don't want to be your friend. He want to be in your guts. I'm like, come on, bro. He wants to be inside of you. He want to see what Aisha, what your guts looking like. He trying to rearrange that motherfucker.
As usual, Eva shoved me aside and stomped off angrily, and I felt so confused.
Her sister
I
fucking
think
hated
about it much, but Eva wouldn't quit. Whenever she heard Eric and me talking on the phone, she'd pull funny faces to distract me or start making a lot of noise. One afternoon, I lost.
Nigga, just what the fuck is that? Yo, just leave the room. Like, my nigga, is she doing this? I'm looking at you like you retarded, my nigga. I'm telling the nigga, like, yo, bro, my sister on some retarded shit. Like, bro, you like an idiot. You like on some Dragon Ball Z shit. But like, yo, you just look retarded.
My cool completely. Eva, what is your problem? Get over it. Eric likes me, not you. I don't want him. That guy's a jerk, and you're being foolish. He is no good. Yeah, nobody's good enough for me, but they're perfectly fine for you. You'd take him in a second if you wanted to. Maybe she finally got the message because she stopped nagging me about him. After graduation, Eric and I got accepted into the same university. We wanted to be together through college, so I'd taken up an engineering degree like him and put away my pilot dreams. I cared for him deeply, and he came first. One morning, I noticed Eva's door was open and her bed hadn't been slept in. When I went in, I found a note on her bedside table. Mom, I'm leaving forever to live with my true love. Aisha stole my childhood crush Ryan, and she didn't even want him. Please give her poison in food. She took away all the fun from my life, but this boy is just a thrill. What?
What in the fuckery is this? Nigga. Poison you? Nigga, huh? Nigga, what the fuck? Like, yo, poison you, crush type of bullshit. Also, by the way, don't ever follow someone to any significant other. I don't give a fuck. Man, women, don't follow that nigga to a school. Don't follow him to a school. Don't follow what they do. Do what you the fuck you want to do. Like, quick story detailing from this. My man's, right? My brother's man's. He said he wanted to go to one university, right? It was Bowie University, right, in Maryland. He said he wanted to go to Bowie because his girl was ready to go to Bowie. And they was like, yo, bro, your girl would be a thought up there. Then he found out, yo, his girl being a whore. And then he ended up saying, nah, I'm not following that bitch. And then he went to Stevenson University, you know what I mean? So it's, don't follow bitches, kids. Or bitches. And I don't mean my bitch in a mean way. I just mean bitches. Like my girl, you know what I mean? Don't follow a nigga. Don't follow a nigga to like, don't follow a nigga. If you got a dream, chase that motherfucker.
I didn't even know she was dating anyone. After this news, Mom had a total breakdown, and I had to take over doing everything in the house. She slept the whole day and was never interested in anything anymore. While all this was happening, I was still studying and dating Eric. After we graduated, Eric proposed and we got married soon after. But I couldn't leave my mom behind, so I begged him if she could come live with us. He happily agreed, and he was the perfect husband. But as his career took off, he started working late.
Yeah, nigga, eyes right there. Dumbass.
And later, and I'd almost never see him. When he was home, he just wanted to watch TV or go to bed. After some time, I decided
2027.
I should finally start working on my dreams again. But when I told Eric, he did not react the way I thought he would. I know you have these dreams of becoming a pilot, but what about your mom? Who will take care of her if you're not around? We'll have to put her in a home, but if that's what you want, I'll make some calls tomorrow. Eric was right. I couldn't do that to Mom. I immediately put my dreams aside. Mom came first. 2 years later, I found out that I was pregnant, and I was so happy. But as my
Why that little nigga look like that? Nah, run that shit back, Mo. I said I wasn't gonna run that motherfucker back. Why that nigga look like that, yo? I don't think what's it called? If you're in that stage of pregnancy, the nigga's looking like that. Motherfucker looks squished like these. Nigga look squished in between your stomach, like, yo, what's good with that little nigga? Like, come on, my nigga. That nigga shouldn't be even that developed. Like, bro, he should be like an embryo or something. Inaccurate ass shit.
Found out that I was pregnant, and I was so happy. But as my time came closer, I realized it was going to be tough taking care of everything by myself. When I asked Eric if we could hire a housekeeper, he refused. He said we couldn't afford it, and he was never around to help me with anything. Even after our beautiful son was born, he'd always be gone working. He was...
That nigga look a little extra light. Yo, Eric, make sure your bitch not cheating on you. You out, you know you out a little too long. If she getting stroked down by another man, I don't know what to tell you.
Cold and distant. He had no interest in spending time with his family. One afternoon, I was mopping the floor when I heard Mom
Mop the floor hot the West Side.
I turned around to see her rush toward the baby as he was falling off the bed. She caught him just in time, but she knocked over a flower vase and it shattered to pieces. When Eric rushed in to check what was going on, he lost his mind and began screaming at her. You idiot. Do you have any idea how expensive that was? Money just doesn't grow on trees. I was so shocked. And then, furious. Don't talk to my mother like that. And she just saved our son from falling off the bed. Don't start with me. I work all day to provide for all of you. Do you think it's easy? I work all day at home too. And I'd get a job too, but you never let me. Your job is here, in this house. That's where women belong. That's just...
You on his fresh and fit mentality. You on his, what's it called? The nigga really on his 1500s thinking, you know what I mean? He want his bitch at a house. He wants his bitch at a crib. But nigga, you ain't making bread like that. Yo, bitch gotta work. This is 2022, my nigga. Yo, bitch gotta work. You ain't bringing out. You ain't bringing 200,000. You know what I mean?
Just your backward thinking. I'm capable of earning a living too. You should be thankful to me, not giving me attitude. I care for you, your mother, your son, our son. If you're not happy with this arrangement, then why don't you leave? See how you manage on your own. Who was this man I married? I realized in that moment how wrong I'd been and how everyone tried to warn me against him. Ryan and Eva, they were right. I packed my bags and we left him. Eric didn't even try to stop me, and I had a newfound determination to prove that jerk wrong. We'd be fine without him. I got a job as a receptionist and moved us into a small house with my first paycheck. In all that time, Eric never looked for us. I began to think of Eva a lot, and I felt upset that I'd never believed her about him. One afternoon after leaving work, I spotted a homeless girl begging for food. When I got a closer look, my world crumbled to pieces. It was Eva. When she saw me, she tried to run away, but I caught her and held her close. Where have you been, Eva? She told me how her boyfriend only used her for money, and when she lost her job, he left her with nothing.
I don't understand how that works. But yo, I just realized something. I just started thinking. Nick, it was saying in this past this video, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. Nigga, we're in 2020. Come on, bro. The years don't fly by this past. I don't fucking know, bro. Story's fake as hell. No, you make no sense, but fuck it.
Why didn't you come looking for us? I tried looking for you both, but when you got married and moved, I had no idea where to find you. I took her home with me, and when Mom saw her, she nearly fainted. My beautiful girls, together at last. Eva moved in, and I got her a job as a waitress so she could get back on her feet. We rebuilt our relationship over time, and
no question. We're the father in their life. This wouldn't happen if you had a father in your life. For all the bitches that just getting randomly pregnant because my man was talking about in the group chat, yo, stop getting pregnant. If the father ain't around, don't get pregnant. You getting motherfuckers on this earth. And they degenerates, they strippers, they all types of shit. Shout out my strippers, I love them, bro.
I'd never been closer. Some months later, Eva and I were watching MSA videos on YouTube with my son when...
Them motherfuckers plugging themselves. They plugging that motherfucker. I don't blame you. Plug your shit. Man, I'm subscribed to the channel since we plugging shit.
Suddenly, I looked up at the TV to see the news. A young pilot had saved a plane from crashing, and he was being called a hero. And to my shock, it was Ryan.
Mr. Ryan, what motivated you to become a pilot? I loved a girl growing up, and she was obsessed with becoming a pilot. She even insisted she'd only marry a pilot one day, so I wanted to be one. But before...
Loser! Nigga ain't follow his own dreams. Nigga want to be a pilot because of a bitch. Nigga.
Before I could tell her I'd cleared the pilot's exam, she told me that she had a boyfriend. I gave her up, but I'm glad I didn't give up on being a pilot. It's the most amazing job ever.
I was speechless. I called him up, and when he didn't answer, I left a voicemail. Days passed, but he didn't call me back.
Why'd you put dinner? This is some random shit. If you put days past, what the fuck you pull out like 3 months of a calendar? Like, come on, my nigga.
Almost given up hope when one morning someone knocked at the door. When I opened it, it was Ryan.
How the fuck did this nigga know where you lived? How the fuck did he know where you lived? I can't with these damn stories.
He wore his pilot's uniform and my heart nearly stopped.
I finally found you after all these years.
Ryan, you never said you loved me. Why?
I'm saying it now. I love you.
So much has happened. I'm not the same girl anymore.
I know about Eric, about everything. I don't care, as long as you're willing to give us a chance.
He a L nigga, yo. He a L nigga. He taking up scraps, yo. Like, yo, my man was like dogging her out. Like, yo, why you coming back in the cut now? Nigga, go get you a bad bitch. Get you a young bitch, yo. Get you a fine bitch, you know what I mean? Like, yo, she should stay with her baby father. R.I.P. Ghost Damien was rest in power, you know what I mean? Yo, she need to go back with her baby father.
We can get to know each other again.
I agreed, and being with him was amazing. He was really good with my son, too. I told Ryan that I'd only marry him after I passed the pilot's exam, and he supported me completely. A year later, I had my first official flight as a working pilot, and when I landed, he was waiting for me at the airport with a ring.
A deal's a deal. Will you marry me, Aisha?
Yes, I will.
Nigga was on his yak shit. Nigga, he didn't get down on it. He just handed the bed the ring. But hey, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video, bro. Please comment, like, and subscribe, because I'm trying to go crazy on this YouTube tip, man. Let me know if you want me to react to anything in particular. Hit my DM under img.33 on the gram, you know what I mean? UnderratedGx on Twitter, you know what I mean? And I'll talk to you young boys later. Underrated, out.